Well, thanks for tuning into this week's episode. This is part 2 of our Yorke Peninsula adventure. Today we travelled from Ardrossan to Edithburgh and stepped back through some of my childhood memories with Sarah and my 2 boys and explore Edithburgh like I did as a kid. Alright, so we've just arrived here at Edithburgh, got all set up, and guess what? It's windy. Oh man, we cannot escape this wind. I don't know, we're just being cursed.
It's raining.
And we've got a little bit of rain on the windows, so...
Yeah, it's just started raining.
I was really looking forward to this because back in the day, I used to come. I grew up in Adelaide and used to come to Edithburgh all the time as a kid. Every Easter and Christmas time, I used to come here fishing with aunties and uncles and mum and dad.
He was so looking forward to reminiscing and showing me and the kids here where he, came and played and hung out in his holidays.
Yep. And at the moment, and it looks like it's going to be windy for the next 3 days, and that's how many days we're here for.
Yeah,
so
we're here for 3 nights. We'll try and make the most of it.
We'll just that's it. It's a good day, a bad day camping is better than a good day at work, right? So
absolutely, yeah.
Anyway, we'll check out Edithburgh and see how we go. The caravan park has powered and unpowered options, including some drive-through sites. There was also various cabin options which can be hired. There is a free barbecue that can even be used. The kids appreciated the good-sized playground which kept them amused during our stay. The rock wall sheltered boat ramp is right across the road, and the park even provides excellent fish and boat cleaning facilities.
So while the weather is poorly and windy, we thought what better way to spend it than in the car. No, we're going to do and follow what they call Walk the Yorke Trail, which is a trail of beautiful handmade mosaics all the way along the foreshore from Edithburgh all the way down to Sultana Point. And you can actually walk the whole way, but we're going to be doing it via car. So let's go show you some of those beautiful mosaics.
Edithburgh to Sultana Point walking trail is part of the Walk the Yorke Trail. The nautical themed mosaics have provided an opportunity for members of the community of all ages and skill levels to take part in the art project. The walk starts at the Fisherman's Jetty, then towards Sultana Point.
It's just along the foreshore, just down from the caravan park. If you follow the walking trail all the way along here, there's little rocks with all the mosaics all the way along. There's 94 in total. We're not going to get out and show you all of them because it's a bit uncomfortable outside. It's pretty windy, but it's well worth the look. The boys were pretty excited to find a fish and chip one, and there was a snorkeling one and squid and all sorts of ones, and a blue swimmer crab. So there's plenty of ones to check out.
So 5 minutes up the road from the caravan park is Wattle Point Wind Farm. So there's actually 55 of these wind turbines here on this property. They've been here for around about 20 odd years, and I think it was the largest wind turbine of its kind when it was first built. It produces about 55 megawatts, I think, of power. I'll double check that. If not, I'll put it down below. But each of those blades are 41 metres in length or 82 metres in full diameter. And they stand about 100 metres tall. They're pretty impressive when you actually stand near them. But the funny thing is it's quite windy today and the wind turbines actually aren't working, so go figure.
So while out and about, while we were exploring the mosaics, we came across the Southern Yorke Peninsula Water Tower Mural Trail. So all along the southern point of the Yorke Peninsula here, they've come along and painted all the water towers with murals. Now this is post a devastating bushfire that came through in 2019. So the local country fire brigades came through and helped clean all the water towers before the painting of the mural project started. So each mural's been painted, and this one here in particular is in Edithburgh. It's about 25 metres high, and it took the artists 15 days to do. So they're pretty special. We also saw one on the way in at Stansbury, which is pretty awesome. It was of a blue swimmer crab, and this one's got something that's called a striped pajama squid.
I want to know though, they've got a water tower here. Why has it got windows? I don't know.
It's a fish tank? I don't know.
Well, good morning from Edithburgh, now known as Windyburg. It is windy, and it was windy all night. I think we had gusts of like 35, 40 kilometres an hour last night. And that continues on through to today.
Yeah, it's cloudy, it's overcast, it's windy, it's cold.
Yeah.
Willy Weather says it's 17.6, but feels like 13.3. And it's been so windy that like the van shakes and everything. So bit of a rough night's sleep, but we're gonna head out today in the car and maybe check out some more water tank murals.
Yeah, and probably the Trowbridge Lighthouse.
Yeah.
So there's a big lighthouse off the coast here, which is about 15-20 minutes away from here, down a bit of a corrugated dirt road and past the wind farm.
Yeah.
So we'll go down there and check that out and see what else that Edithburgh has to offer.
Yeah.
So
I would like to go down to the tidal pool.
yeah,
Just to even have a look. It might be a bit cold for swimming, but I like to have a look.
yeah, that would be really good. Maybe tomorrow, fingers crossed, the weather improves, but it's not looking promising.
Oh
So,
well, maybe it might be an inside day with movies and board games. We'll see.
yeah, well, anyway, we'll make the best of it.
Well, we made it. This is the Trowbridge Lighthouse on the mainland, not to be confused with the Trowbridge Lighthouse on Trowbridge Island. A beautiful coastal scenic drive all the way along, a little bit bendy, a little bit bumpy and corrugated, but well worth the trip. Fun facts about this lighthouse is it stands 32 metres tall, we're 62 metres above sea level, and its range is 22 nautical miles. It has its own character or signature, each lighthouse does, and this one flashes twice every 15 seconds. So that's how all the captains and people of the sea know that this is the Trowbridge Lighthouse, because they all have their own signature and character. Very interesting. We learnt that when we were at the lighthouse in Eden.
So what Sarah didn't tell you was that this lighthouse is actually only 45 years old. So it was built in 1980, so pretty similar vintage to myself. And it's actually made out of brick, and it makes a stunning contrast to the actual landscape around us. So just off the coast, if you won't probably be able to catch it on sort of camera, but in the distance there, it's actually Kangaroo Island. So on a nice clear day, and today is not the clearest, you'd be able to see Kangaroo Island really good.
So we are about 1 kilometre from the Trowbridge Lighthouse, and we stumbled across this Clanranald Memorial site. This is actually a really sad site. It's South Australia's worst shipping disaster, and what it was a cargo ship that in 1909 was leaving Semaphore in Adelaide, the port there, and was heading to South Africa with wheat and flour and everything on board. And about 700 metres offshore here, it capsized, and tragically 40 people died. Those people are buried in Edithburgh in the cemetery there. So it's really quite a sad spot, and by the looks of it, they did recover the anchor from the ship, and at one point in time it was actually here, and I'm not sure what happened to it. Maybe it decayed or something, but it's a nice little thing to come check out, learn some history about the local area.
All right, so as we were travelling along the coastline, we spotted there was another tank art that we found at Port Mawawi, I think it's pronounced. Anyway, this is the tank. It's quite a small little tank in comparison to the big one we saw at Edithburgh yesterday, which was like 30 odd metres tall. This one's only about 2.5 metres tall, but pretty cool anyway.
So we were driving along and we've spotted another painted mural. So this one here is of some lovely emus, and around the other side you've got pictures of the men who would have been salt mining. This one's called Salt Lake Trail Mural. So following on from our Water Tower Mural Trail, we found another one. We are in Yorke Town, small little town in the middle here. It's not a coastal town. This one here was hand painted solo by a female artist. It took her 37 days to do, and it pays homage to the local grains in the area and the pink salt lakes and also the Royal Flying Doctors. So life on the road, accidents happen. We left Yorktown earlier after visiting the water tank mural, and we headed back to the van for some lunch. Whilst having lunch, Ollie started complaining about all these bites on him and he was itchy. So I reached above him in our lounge dinette area to get our medicine containers down. And I've knocked another container down and it's knocked him in the back of the head. Now he cried out in pain and he was crying and ow, 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 ow. Well, it wasn't until a few minutes later that I discovered he had all these spots of blood on his shirt and trying to work out where it came from. It came from his head. So the container hitting his head had actually split his head open a little bit. It was what, about 10 millimeters, 12 millimeters. So we then drove back to Yorktown because that's the nearest sort of hospital where he could be seen to. Nothing major, nothing urgent, and he's just had a little bit of glue to patch him up. Otherwise he's doing all right. Ollie, how you feeling?
Good.
So, you know, these things happen. We've got boys.
The reality of
Yeah, the
life.
reality of travelling in a caravan and finding the nearest medical centre or hospital that can deal with your little health issues.
Well, good morning. It's another windy day here at Edithburgh, unfortunately. We're planning to take the boat out and do a bit of fishing today, but it's not going to be very pleasant on the boat, and even down at the jetty it's pretty windy. Anyway, we're going to walk over and check out the jetty now, just show the boys. And also Edithburgh actually have a tidal pool, which is really good because when I was a kid, I used to go here all the time and have a swim and
Snorkel?
Snorkel and all sorts of things.
Yeah.
It's really, really good. They've got like a netted area where you can sort of swim out in the sea part, but then on high tide, the actual water fills the pool up. And then on low tide, it's like this, creates this beautiful little swimming pool. And now we're gonna go check that out now.
So we're down here at the Edithburgh jetty, and I was talking to some other caravanners yesterday in the caravan park, and they said they came down here for a morning walk and they spotted some seals right off the jetty. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that we might spot some seals. Well, we were unfortunate. We didn't spot any seals this time. Maybe another time.
So this is exactly how I remember it. Besides all the railings that they've got up now, obviously for safety, but back 30, 35 years ago, I used to come here, maybe even longer, swimming in this exact same pool. I remember getting in here on high tide and jumping off this point here and then jumping into the water and just snorkeling and seeing all the seahorses and all that. It's so cool. It's good to reminisce. Bit cold?
A little bit fresh, yeah.
It's warm.
Pretty cool, eh?
Yeah. I think you can get used to it, but it's cool. Pick a hole.
Well, let me see what you look like, Mum.
Good morning, everyone. It's pack up day today. We have checked out of the caravan park at Edithburgh and we've headed on down the road to the tidal pools for a quick dip because we had a break in the weather. So
I didn't go for a swim. It was way too cold for me.
Lockie and I braved it and we got in and it was amazing. It's quite invigorating. What did you think of our time here at Edithburgh?
I love Edithburgh. I just wish the weather was better and we could get out and do more things. But Edithburgh in a whole is a great little base to sort of set yourself up and go visit Yorke Peninsula. There's so much here to do. There's like fishing, there's swimming, there's just exploring.
Yeah, all those water tower murals we did and all the lakes. There's like heaps of lakes you can go have a look at.
Like the town itself of Edithburgh isn't that big, but 10 minutes up the road you've got Yorktown, which is really good and it's got everything you sort of need there. But look, they've got the basics here. They've got a little IGA and a little bottle shop.
Post office?
Pub. They've got two pubs.
Post office, takeaway shop.
Yep.
All those sorts of things.
A couple little surf shop we went into yesterday with
cool.
the bait and tackle and all that. So it's got everything you sort of need, but if you need anything bigger, go to Yorktown, much better.
We stayed here for 3 nights and it was about $59 a night.
About 50
There was kid tax.
Yep. That's with G'day Parks discount as well.
G'day Parks discount. We were on a powered site, we were on a powered foreshore.
Yeah, foreshore site. Yeah.
Foreshore site. They got cabins, tent sites.
Yep.
Don't know if I saw any unpowered.
No, I'm not sure.
No.
I didn't see
Anyway,
any, but they've got like a big playground, and they've got camp kitchen,
jumping pillow, kitchen, laundry. Obviously, there was a couple of amenities blocks, a fish cleaning station, and boat trailer wash station.
Yeah, so you can, if you've got a boat here, they've got like facilities to wash and clean your boat and all that sort of thing. That was really
and the
good.
boat ramp's right next door.
Yeah, amazing boat ramp. It's all sheltered and everything. So, as actually today, this is the first day I've seen, like, the boat ramp is pretty well chockers. Like, there's stacks of boats out.
Every day there's only been like 1 or 2 cars parked down there, or none at all.
Because when we woke up this morning, it was actually not as windy as it is now.
Yeah.
And I think all the boaties just went, we're going out getting the fish.
Exactly, they've all committed.
They've all gone out, but it's picked up a bit now. But
it has picked up, but never mind. Anyway, we're off to Marion Bay. We look forward to showing you around there, further around on the Yorke Peninsula.
Yeah, they've got the national park there, and so looking forward to showing what Marion Bay
has to offer. Anyway, guys, if you like our content and want to keep watching, please do.
And if you've got any questions, let us know.
Yeah,
Happy to
and we
answer
appreciate your support so far. Until next time, we'll catch you around.
Thanks.
Bye.